Welcome. r/Fatpeoplestories. BF said I was too fat for him, then cheated on me with fatter woman. First time poster, long time lurker, yada yada. Characters. Me, 22F, 5 feet 6 and 158 lbs. I'm not a dedicated gym rat and often give in to my sweet tooth. But I do try to get in some cycling 2 to 3 times a week, and try my best to control portions. BF, 23, 5 feet 10, and about 175 to 180 lbs. He used to be far heavier at 230 pounds, but is now pretty shredded after a fitness mania took over him a year ago. Plumptious, 23, F maybe 5 feet 4, and easily between 220 to 230 lbs. Has huge boobs, and dresses to show them off. So BF and I have been together since 4 years. We met in college and hit it off quickly over our shared love for anime, the Beatles, playing the violin, food, and a hatred for exercise as often happens with long-term couples. We started to gain weight over the years. I weighed 132 pounds when we first met, and he weighed maybe 190. Everything was fine until last year. We were at a party at a friend's place and this somehow became an athletics event with everyone sloshed and spilling out into the yard building obstacle courses, doing headstands, attempting flying kicks and similar. All was well and good, but I noticed that BF looked dejected, totally unlike his usual self. I asked him what was up, and after some prodding he said he was sad because he couldn't do those activities for as long or as well as the other guys did it. He said he felt fat and like an ugly slug. I said you are most certainly not an ugly slug, don't even say that. Then I got this, seemingly brilliant idea. I said, go, you have my permission. Ask any girl out at this party on a date. Anybody. No one will reject you. BF was a popular guy, has a very handsome face, is rich and charming. And there were easily 15 to 18 girls at the party, some of them new to the group. Hence unaware of him and me being a couple. BF was reluctant, but I pushed him a bit. Dumb move, maybe, but I was drunk, and in my alcohol haze I thought along these lines: if I cannot give him an ego boost right now, maybe other girls could. So he agreed. He asked out a couple of pretty slim types, and one of them declined. The other said she was gay. Then he approached Plumptious. Now while she certainly is fat, she also oozes a certain sex appeal. She has beautiful long honey-colored curls, doll eyes, a dazzling smile, and yes, the boobs. She wore short denim Q-tops and a stripy bikini top that evening, and her impressive cleavage was on full display. Earlier that evening I had idly watched her try to cozy up with 2 of the hotter guys at the party, but they brushed her off politely, so I really believed that she would agree to go out with my BF. I saw him approach her. They talked for maybe 2 minutes, and then I saw him walk towards me with a crushed look on his face. Turns out she blew him off too. She didn't say it overtly, but my BF took this very badly. He assumed, maybe correctly IDK, that she turned him down because he was overweight. This set in motion a fitness regime which he stuck to, became a bit evangelical about even as he eased into the routine after the difficult first 2 months. He tried to rope me in as well, but I dunno. I just didn't feel like becoming a health nut. Just because my BF was one, I supported him as much as I could though, and made an attempt to eat healthy at least when he was around, so he wouldn't be tempted by my usual junk food choices. BF actually enjoyed the fitness journey and got fit very quickly due to his dedicated efforts. I was very proud of him, but slowly started to notice a change in his behavior towards me. He started to behave in a more churlish sort of way, backhanded comments about my lifestyle choices, diet, the clothes I wear, a pimple or 2 here and there, the way I looked in a certain form-fitting outfit, so on forth. He also started becoming friendlier with more girls and hanging with them frequently. I got jealous and this led to us having several big rows in a particularly big one. I was pretty hysterical because he said he didn't get aroused by me anymore and might start using Viagra/boner sprays if he has to continue sleeping with me when I'm this fat. I stormed off and went for a long drive, crying furiously. I went home after 2 hours to find him not there. No calls, no apologies, nothing. I was fuming, and I did not know what to do. I realize I sound like a crazy GF here, but I went off on a rant and sent him a big flurry of messages calling him a superficial asshole, accusing him of wrecking my self-esteem, etc. After an hour of all this, I got a text from his number, a picture of him naked, lying fast asleep with his head on someone's boobs. Guess who? Plumptious, that's who. Turned out she had taken his phone while he slept, unlocked it using his finger, yep, and taken the picture to send it to me. My BF slept with a girl 80 pounds heavier than me after calling me fat. Thanks for reading, Reddit. He started to behave in a more churlish sort of way, backhanded comments about my lifestyle choices, diet, the clothes I wear, a pimple or two here and there, the way I looked in a certain form-fitting outfit, so on forth. He also started becoming friendlier with more girls, and hanging with them frequently. BF reminds me of my ex. He did the same things as well every day, not to mention telling me that he was ashamed of me so much that he did not wanted to hang out with me outside, and once asking me why I'm different from other girls. He also forced me to send in pictures of all the things I had to do every day in an attempt to help me with my weight loss. I had to send him photos of every time I left home to walk, and when I came back, same thing for the gym. And he also wanted pictures of what I ate, and he got mad at me more than once because I accidentally forgot to do what he ordered, saying that I was lying. Two important things: he cheated on me and denied the evidences, and when I told him about my eating disorders he was more concerned about how his mother would have reacted. She called me bad words as she knew it, and that I now should have been sent into a special Sorry for the post, this topic brought me back such memories. I'm just glad you dodged such a bullet. Reminds me of an ex as well. When I first met her, I was very toned and thin. Probably about 18% body fat with an amazing six-pack. She, on the other hand, was in no way chubby, but let's just say people who are into fitness would call her being out of shape, and she was way more self-conscious about it than she should have been. Being with me motivated her, and every time she talked to me about one intense workout or another she managed to complete, I'd tell her how awesome that was. Her response was always just trying to keep up with you beautiful, which I thought was kind of a weird thing to say, since I never saw it as a contest. I fell for her for who she was when I met her. As time went on, I kind of let up on my strict diet and intense gym schedule. While I certainly didn't gain much weight, I did lose that nice definition. She, on the other hand, had gone fitness extreme and became probably more fit than I was when I first met her. This totally changed her. She became incredibly full of herself. To this day, I still remember when we were driving past someone's house who had a statue on their lawn, and she said how she should get a statue of herself and put that out on her lawn. Ha 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 ha. Long story short, after 3 years, she dumped me for someone who was 10 years younger and very much fit. My first live-in boyfriend used to say shit about my weight. I went from 120 to 150 when we moved in together at 18, but he was small, like 5 feet 8. 150. I ended up developing an eating disorder and lost the weight, but found out he had been cheating me the whole with someone rail thin. It's been a decade since we broke up, but I recently looked him up on FB to find that his new wife is overweight. 182 200. That felt like a small justice for me, but I hope he doesn't treat her like he treated me about my weight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.